once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and it is Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon, whatever. It's happy Saturday to everyone. Today, I am starting the live stream in part out of habit, in part out of hope. So partly the past, partly the future, but my goal is to be present and grounded and have some fun. Praise God, man. 4:20 p.m. Central Time. That's right. Other time zones, man. Greetings, friends, to everyone. I do hope to have fun. I really do hope to have fun today. This topic and the thumbnail, well, there's a lot I want to share. There really is. But I don't want to come across as too anxious, too desperate, right? I don't want to be too much in the past, too much in the future. I want to be here in the present, and I hope you are as well. And I thank you for being here in the present with me. I mean, from the thumbnail, the Saturday blessings in the background, the reminder of rejoice in life and all that is good. It really is the way to be. And so this idea, may your Saturday be filled with blessings, peace, and moments of joy that refresh your spirit. Hopefully we can share some of those moments together here, right? With all of us. But the reality is, no one can convince you to receive anything, good or encouraging. You choose you, right? And if you don't want to receive good or encouraging, if you don't want to find appreciation, then guess what? Kind of sucks to be you. I've lived that way, so I know how much it sucks. But hey, you choose you. I choose me. But in the end, it's really just God allowing the illusions of choice and the illusions of being. It's all temporary. Most of it's really imaginary. Life, that is. But hey, back to the point. You choose you. Encourage your own spirit of goodness, right? Find that spirit of goodness within you and encourage that part of you to grow. And as you do that, growing the goodness within you, you'll find that it automatically finds more appreciation. And with more appreciation, you'll find more joy. It's just a logical pattern of human behavior and emotions. We're actually pretty simple things. We really are the creature parts of us, but the divine parts of people, baby, that is magnificent, glorious. People are just, I think I get why God created people. It really does make sense. Once you kind of step back, get outside of the container of space and form, right? Time and form. You get into the nothingness that surrounds life and encompasses life and embraces life, that nothingness. See, that nothingness, the space in between the electrons and the atoms, the space in between you and me. There's something magical and mysterious about the nothing that is within everything, right? Because behind the nothing, there's nothing that is really more important than right now. And yet, what is now, if not just a reflection of what was? And now is what will reflect into the future. It's just math and logic. God's order of life and the nature of balance, it's just so perfect. There's really a mystical, powerful, spiritual order to the way that light and energy, the way that everything comes into being, you and me. And what are we? We're really just kind of ideas and feelings come and go into consciousness and different attitudes, different ideas. That's all we are. We're constantly changing. People are. And because people are the constant that changes, there's a divine rhythm to it. The idea is to get into the flow of what is the right change, what is the right thing to be, right? What are you united with? I want to invite everyone who can, if you're able to even understand a little bit of what I'm saying, just trust the logic behind these thoughts, right? You don't want to be attached to blessings, but you want to embrace all the blessings that you can find, all the good things that you can relate to from your perspective in your life, right? Truly appreciate all the goodness that life offers. It'll help you get through those times when the goodness seems absent, but I don't like to predict the future because God knows every one of my predictions has been wrong so far. Not every one of them. They just haven't happened yet. Not in the way I think they could. I envision, I feel in my heart, I sense in my sense of being that we are a part of something amazing, and the future of mankind is going to be glorious and beautiful, just as God designed, just as God planned, right? Because the world is awakening. We are a part of this. We are a part of this shift. Greg Braden talking about the collapse of the old world order. Kind of fired up. Flood this fucking place with love, baby. It is the answer. Yes. Love is the answer to humanity's problems. Love is God. Let love be your Lord, right? Let love be your rule, your law. Let love be the law for you. It's how we're designed. Let yourself become pure to become one that is united with love and goodness and righteousness. But don't get caught up in the nonsense, right? I've made this mistake myself quite often because I'm a smart dude, man. I see when things are wrong and I get righteously angry sometimes, right? I'll get up on my soapbox and I'll start pounding on the table and telling people what's what. But I've also failed sometimes in doing that. Knowing how desperate I am to share the messages that, right, we can change this, we can fix this. The message got lost in the delivery. So why did I bring that up? Right? Oh, righteous anger. It's really easy to get caught up in our idea of righteous anger. What is righteous for me? And what is righteous for this? And we might lose sight of the bigger picture, right? And sometimes what feels righteous and right in the moment is just like a toddler throwing a temper tantrum in the friggin' grocery store. It's like, frick are you doing, dude? Wake up. This battle of yours, Oh, I want to name names. I'm not going to name names. Some of these people have imagined these battles that they find to be so important. They just won't let them go. So they got to have these enemies they imagine, right? To justify their what? Their anger, their sadness, their bitterness. You know what? I am feeling actually pretty amazing and blessed. I like this, right? Let's pretend we're not slaves. That's a good place to start. Okay. If we're going to pretend anything, let's pretend we're not slaves. Let's pretend we do have power. We do have freedom. We do have sovereignty. Let's pretend we're not slaves. Let's pretend we're not helpless. Let's pretend we're not hopeless, right? Let's pretend that there's opportunities for reform. And if we can find the right way, baby, oh, baby, this world will never be the same. Because I was inspired, man. I kind of chose, I guess. In my mind, I like to think I chose, but I don't know if I chose or if I was programmed. But I recognize the possibilities of both, right? But I was programmed by that cartoon, Pinky and the Brain, for those who remember. Every day it was the same routine. These lab rats. One of them's brilliant, the other one's kind of insane, but which one's which, who knows? They're both Pinky and the Brain. And every day it was the same routine. What are we going to do today, Brain? We're going to do the same thing we do every day, Pinky. Figure out how to take over the world. Well, golly geez, why not? If lab rats can do it and they're just cartoon characters, if they can live a life like that, why can't I? So that's what I thought. Why not live a life where I can imagine ways to transform this world? I don't want to take it over, but I want logic and love. I want love to take over. I want compassion to drive the wheels of change instead of greed, selfishness, corruption, revenge, right? Isn't that Israel's excuse? They're still committing revenge on some attack that who knows who started it. Get up on my soapbox and then I bounce on these topics. For those who can track me and follow me, God bless you. And for those who haven't given up trying, God bless you. I truly appreciate. Holy cows. No evidence he will let you see. Trexty, thank you. You thank you. There's people that really love see. I think I'm pretty sure that's Moose, right? That's fascinating character. I am in a fun mood tonight. I really am. I'm not mad at the Jews. No, I'm mad at the insanity. The insanity that takes a child and gives them an identity like Palestinian or Jew or American or whatever, these identity politics, these labels justifying the murder and oppression. It's disgusting. I'm not mad at the Jews. I'm mad at the people who believe in these identities and separations. And I'm not mad at anybody, actually. I got over my mad. I really did. God has allowed me to humble myself. I processed a lot of those feelings, the helplessness, the hopelessness. I got sick of those, right? And then I decided, all right, Jack, You're not helpless. You're not hopeless. You're actually pretty damn capable. When you put your mind to something, the fact is, there's plenty of examples of your past, Jack, where you can get some shit done. You know how to get stuff done. So what are you doing? This was conversations I had with myself back in many times through my life, but most clearly in 2018, because 2018 was Jack's year of rebirth. I was reborn into a new way at that year. Matter of fact, I made a conscious change on January 1st, 2018. This is part of my story. I looked at the mirror, looked at myself. I looked at my bank account, my body, my home. I said, this isn't good enough. It's time to change. So Jack Talcott, I committed myself, and I'm a stubborn son of a bitch. I committed myself to changing myself, to becoming a better version of who I used to be. And I'm still working on it. But at the same time, I've been learning to give up on the working part and just letting the effortless part be the way, because it's not a method of laziness, but it is capitalizing. Good leadership is the conservation. Good leadership is good management. Good management is the conservation of energy and resources, right? So you want to be a good manager of yourself, managing your resources. One of the most important resources any of us have is, guess what? Time. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your time, your attention with me. I do hope to share some value with you, to share some blessings of encouragement, and oh, I want to share blessings and encouragement. And let's see, Chucky, hello, Jack Talcott. Merry Christmas. Why do you keep doing this every day and always getting the same results? Still not one person to join your cause. By my reality, I don't mean to butt in, but I encourage you to start listening to others. Particularly in the context of the conversation I think I butted my nose into. I encourage you to listen to others. See, we've got a lot of prideful people, especially men, particularly men. It's just, maybe I'm biased because I deal more often with men than I do women, at least in the more recent time. But people are so quick to dismiss the honest firsthand testimony, observations of someone else, right? You, you're not actually honest, Moose. See, you do go your own way, kind of, but you drink the Kool-Aid for sure. Jack, you may have some unresolved anger towards Israel. Would you be willing to take a look at that? I am continuing to look at that for myself, hot fish head soup. It's not so much towards Israel, because I feel connected to America, and I know that America has a direct involvement towards the support of the genocide that's happening in Israel. So I guess more of it, it's not so much at Israel as I guess it is self-hate, right? A little disgusted at the choices of America and the association that I clearly have with America as a man who served the military and most of my adult life. as a public servant. Here, tell you what, by my reality, you can leave. Honestly, I don't care. You know, as I suggested to you, you've been very willing to tell me what to do, and I've gently suggested to you might want to listen, right? Particularly to someone like me, but hey, you do you, man. You do you, Moosey boy. He's been a very fascinating exhibit of man, right? Man, boy, child, whatever, American society. It's been a fascinating experience for me. I'm a man who's actually very serious. I've described this about me. I am a very serious man. I love to have fun, right? I can have fun while getting shit done. That's my favorite thing to do, is to get shit done. Because when you get shit done, you feel good, man. The feeling of completion and fulfillment, right? Especially after some hard work's involved, right? You got a purpose and you can see the effects of what you're doing. I love that. But it seems I've met and I found myself in this experience of YouTube where it's a lot of people who love games, right? But these games are not actually fun. They're not actually fulfilling. They're not actually accomplishing much. They're distracting people. People are getting attention and somehow getting paid for it too. I haven't figured out the getting paid part, not real well, but for those who do contribute and support, sincerely, it's genuine. I truly appreciate all of you who do. Chucky, I have no reason to believe you could be my angel investor. I've not seen any signs that you might be or could be, so you won't get it. Since you don't see me trying to end wars or secrets, you're clearly deceiving yourself. It's fascinating. But you know what? Here is another point of possible self-sabotage for me. I think the only way I can accomplish this guest is if we set some ground rules. Civility, right? Sharing blessings, the idea of being with peace and joy to refresh our spirit together, right? I believe we can do this together.
Okay, I'll see your bullshit ground rules and I'll raise you no mod godding, no deflection, and you only stick to the point and answer. Now you say once again you're a serious guy, and every time I'm up here you laugh, you're stupid, George McFly ass off when I'm trying to be serious with you. And then when other people are up here wanting to be serious about that biblical word, you keep me in the back because you're playing games. Now, you say you like to get stuff done. What have you gotten done in 3 years? Is there something under your table? You need to slide some paper under the leg? It's a little wobbly. I don't know. How about you look directly at the camera and not at the chat and answer my questions if you want to get serious and not play games?
I am serious, and so when I answer questions, I like to contemplate. Please respect.
Yeah, you don't read the chat because they're nobody.
I'm looking to the corner of the screen because my calendar is there. It says it's
Sure. And we notice what chats you share versus what chats you don't share, and that's another reason that it's irrelevant for you to use the chats.
If you continue to interrupt me when I try answering you,
it's a deflection. You're breaking the rules.
You're never going to hear what I'm doing.
You've
So
said the same thing. We already know the answer, Jack. That's the point. Even Ben Thorpe gotcha yesterday when he said, Jack, tell me something that's not just a broad Oprah statement, and you got nothing. Have fun up here with your no viewers all by yourself, because you can't work with anybody if you're not doing a thing. I am your show, Jack. You just won't let it happen.
I guess you're right, Tom. I won't let it happen. Christos, God bless you. You are a legend. I don't know the right term. It's like a bootlicker, right? Someone who just sucks up to someone else, right? First it was Paul, and it's been Tom for a while. You are a legend, lore master, sucker upper, Christos. I salute you as you do you. And I know you enabled Tom with his looping lorping. And so for you to recognize Ben had the checkmate. I'm not sure what game you guys are imagining being played, but praise God. I am loving, truly loving how God is revealing this. Tom, if you happen to listen, I know we can do better. And you know what? Let me point something out too. Tom premiered something earlier where I was tagged in the name, and I tuned in like 5 minutes late or 6 minutes late, did my little type in the chat, greetings and blessings, and pretty sure I was immediately banned or timed out. I don't do that to Tom. Yet he wants to play control of me and accuse me of being more mod godding. Let's see, this is fascinating. I need to do better. This is just embarrassing at this point. Is that what, in which regard, real Watt life? Or are you just saying things to feel better about you? Because I'm open to that, right? I agree there is some embarrassment at this point, but which part do I do better at? Uh, uh, Sifting, right? Sorting through the guests. Do I do better at censorship, right? Denying people here? Do I do better in communicating with those people? Or I realize there is a lot of ways I can improve. So if you want to, you're welcome to click the link. I'm not trying to get into a battle of intellect at all. It's just, I'm trying to understand your claim. Please explain. What do you suggest I do better at this point? Because I don't deny it's embarrassing. I'm kind of embarrassed at the results I've achieved. But the reality is, you guys aren't actually considering what I'm saying clearly in every aspect of my life. So here's where you're showing yourself to be a fool, real Watt life. You don't know every aspect of my life. You've only imagined to know anything about me. See, because so far, you've never experienced me, conversations with me, interacted with me in real life. You're a fool. And you're pretending to know things you don't know. And this is apparently the American way. Because as long as you pretend to know things you don't know, you can end up in positions that people don't know you don't know. They actually think you might know what you're doing, like Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's so lost. Guys, let's help him. Let's help Donald Trump repent from his ways to follow Jesus, right? So we can We can have peace. Peace is the purpose. And so, real Watt life, I'm sincerely honest. You don't know what you are saying, dude. I mean, you're revealing you, Watt life. You are not understanding the things that you are saying. I mean, because you're making claims against me here in your writing, right? So what you're doing is you're revealing you, projecting you onto me, while you say a lot of words that you clearly don't understand. The military taught you how to repeat and follow orders, and that's all you can do. No, see, you are clearly confused, dude. Because holy cows. Here, I got one question. Why should I have you here, Tom?
I'm just back to answer your questions.
Why should I have you here?
You won't. I'm back to answer your questions, like I was for J Money.
I don't have questions for you other than your behavior.
I don't have anything out of line with my behavior. You've got your finger on the mod god. Jack, when you say you don't understand what game is played where Ben Thorpe checkmated you, it was just the same. You allowed his checkmate that I've gotten on you for years. I only have to re-upload that video because I'm not as privy to the phone version of my editing, and I had a clip repeat like 2 or 3 times that I didn't know repeated. It'll be back up whenever I leave.
Good.
But you won't immediately hidden from my channel. You were hidden from my channel as soon as I created it.
Okay. Thanks. Moose, is that you?
Yo, Jack.
What's going on?
I figured why it sit in the chat, right? That's kind of pussyish. So I thought I'd come up here. I think that the other day when I tried calling you, I think that was not a that wasn't me being a dick. That wasn't me trying to disturb your show. That was me trying to be a genuine person who thought that you might get in trouble for what happened. And so I was merely concerned. Now you treated me as if I was the one who did it, or I was the one who like was just trying to be a fucking douchebag or something. And that's why I'm being a dick right now. And I don't want to be a dick anymore. Like I just want to get over this, because I think that like if you understood where I was coming from, you wouldn't have treated me like that. And I know, like, I get the whole back and forth on us, but like I was literally trying to call you only for that specific reason, to make sure you didn't get in trouble for something somebody else did on your show. So yes, I got bitter and butthurt and definitely got angry at you, and that's not cool.
I appreciate you recognizing that. And I could have said what I said without the emotion. But
I'm being real.
I know.
I apologize, Jack.
I appreciate that, but I'm being real as well.
And I'm not going to come around here anymore. I'm just saying that I just want to say goodbye, and
Okay.
I'm not gonna like bother you or anything. I just wanted to like clear the air with you, bro.
All right.
And I mean, if you want me back one day, you just send me a text or something. But other than that, I'm not gonna like, you asked for me to leave, so I'm actually gonna do something that you ask.
And here in the moment, I was just trying to talk with you. You're free to stay, free to go. You're free to do what you want.
All right. I was just trying to like reconcile, like not really, it just sucked. It was a shitty feeling.
I understand that. And I've heard your side. I appreciate that. Please don't feel dismissed.
But I wanted to get back to today if you were cool with that. Like your actual topic, sharing blessings on a Saturday. I saw Tommy was coming up here and trying to make it like a battle or whatever. I wanted to get back to like actually some positive stuff. Maybe talk about Jesus, talk about the Bible a little bit, something like that.
Mm-hmm. And what I'd still like to do is, you presented the case of why you found offense with me. And at some point, I'd like you to consider my innocence, or at least maybe try to understand so you can get off your high horse again with me.
Yeah, it wasn't your fault. I get that. That's why I apologized.
I guess those words may be for me too. I can get off my high horse. Here's the thing though. I've had lots of people over the past 8 years or so wanting to tell me what to do. They want to be the hero to save me from the danger they see me involved with. But they're not doing shit. Didn't do shit to help me avoid it. Ain't doing shit to help me clean it up. Just wants to tell me what to do. So maybe I took offense out of that pattern and saw it in you. And I'm sorry.
I actually thought about that, and that's why I came up, because I was like, holy shit, like maybe Jack was thinking from a whole different perspective, thinking that I was trying to tell him what to do, and that's like I was merely warning you that something had happened, because I didn't think you saw it. I don't even think you were looking at the screen when it happened. So yeah, anyways, Jack, you're cool, dude. You're a cool dude, and I think that if, like I said before, I came up here another time before authentically, and I said, look, I accept you for who you are and where you're at, and you're. I may not always agree with your stuff, and it may take me longer than most people to agree with your way of thinking, but I actually take an active approach in trying to see other people's perspectives, so that way I can move forward and better my life. Just like with my videos and stuff like that, I've been putting my stuff into like doing an art form instead of going on people's panels and talking shit to each other and doing, the like the roasts and stuff like that. Like that stuff was so silly. Like that doesn't make me feel good. So I decided to take my energy another way. And then I came around your channel. You didn't know I wasn't around here for a week or two, but I wasn't around here for a week or two because I had some shit going on. And I came back, and that was my reaction. That was my initial like, oh, hey, what's up, Jack? Oh, shit. Okay. We got in a bad vibe by me calling you and saying all that stuff. Like, hey, you're getting porn bombs stuff, and the way you reacted. And then here we are today. So let's stop being silly. There's people out there like R. Pole, Brown's Boy. We got Jaw Healing, Comedic out there. You got a lot of people that have been following you for years too. And a lot of people that believe in you. And I think Tommy is somebody who actually believes in you. And Tommy is a forceful motherfucker. He like sees you and cannot accept you or I or anybody else as who they are. He has a set thing in his mind, like you have to be this or you're not good enough. And so I don't know if we'll ever get through to Tommy, but Tommy's Tommy. And if we can accept Tommy for Tommy, that's another thing. Is like if we can accept each other for who we are, then I think that is bigger than just bickering over stupid shit that don't matter.
It's actually what I've been seeking. Acceptance. I mean, if you think about it, it's probably what most people are searching for. They're searching to be accepted, because when you can be accepted for who you are and what you are, you can feel cared for. And if you feel cared for, then you feel loved. And so that acceptance is a form of love that we're seeking. We're all seeking these things together and separately, but people don't know what they're looking for. We live in an ass backwards world. people have been conditioned and programmed into believing in all sorts of crazy things. I saw it when I was a kid because we moved around so much. I didn't recognize the patterns or understand the significance of what life was showing me until way later in my life. But we're at a time here on Earth where things are changing. And
Are
I
you still on the
encourage,
move? Sorry about that.
pardon?
I was just wondering, are you still on the move right now? Are you still traveling around the states, or are you kind of planted for now?
I've been here in Baltimore since May, but I don't know how long I'll stay.
And then you went to Dallas just for a visit,
I went and visited Dallas and New
and
Orleans a
and then
couple of.
yeah, Rose's house. Okay, okay. I thought you could possibly be on the road still traveling. So nobody ever asks you those kind of questions.
No, no, I appreciate it.
So like, what was it like growing up as Jack? Like you said, you were traveling all the time and kind of moving around. At
I learned that relationships were temporary, that it wasn't worth time getting attached to people. And that created me into a pretty lonely guy, though.
I think you're fairly the opposite these days, though, because even though I said you weren't forgiving and stuff like that in the chat, like that's not the truth. I continually say the truth when I say like you are one of the most forgiving people, and you are pretty humble at times. Sometimes you're not, but I think that's I think the issue I have with you is the issue I have with myself. Like it's really easy for me to let other people get me off kilter. You know, like other people, like you have a lot of people doing it at the same time too. So it's kind of like it's a different thing.
Thank you for recognizing that. I've been trying to figure out how to do better because I know there is a way to lead the conversations. Uh, every time, there's always a way. And I've been finding many ways to fail. But I do. People say I loop. I mean, I am consistent with some of the overall messages, but I'm constantly developing and working myself, improving me and my approach with different people.
What happened with Grace and her dad or whatever? Because I did think that they wanted to like work with you at one point.
There are many who do. There's many who have ideas of working with me, but they either don't commit or they find a problem with me. Back to that, they won't accept me, right? But I don't know. The Thorpes are truly wild cards. I
Yeah, I
mean,
thought they were the most wild people you've kind of had around. Like they are wild.
they are, and yet they're not dumb. They make some foolish choices, and I certainly don't understand much of what they do. But if you don't judge, you're going to appreciate. And speaking of, Moose, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
And
I think I'm
admittedly,
boring your audience, bro. I'm sorry.
well, we've got Tommy in the back.
I'm willing to step down. Tommy can come up. I'm willing to stay up with Tommy too. I'll be cool. I'll be chill. I'm not gonna.
Can we try to work together, right? We can all help each other stay calm and stay on point. Can we try that?
Yeah, definitely.
All
I'm
right.
cool with that.
Hopefully Tom will work with that.
This should be easy for you. I'll cover me staying calm. You cover Jack staying on point. Because you had a half recognized Moose. It's not that Jack can work with all these people. It's that he's the reason he can't. And Jack isn't forgiving. Jack shows every day he stays in the memory that he has of a thing. And then he denies it as he acts like that's us.
Wait, please. What if, in my defense, right? What if it's the reminder that I'm seeing, right? Because I'm seeing the same pattern.
Yeah, that's me. I don't forget things. That's why I'm not your friend.
But you're blaming me for not being forgiving when you're not forgiving.
No, you modify. I tell you exactly what my problem is with you. Like many people out here, then they want to go without me and modify it and say this is why they don't like me. Kind of like when Moose is feeling ballsy on Landry's panel. He gets to say this is why they don't like me, and that's not why.
Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about when it comes to that.
You could use your own picture, Moose, and it wouldn't be as creeper as that fucking picture.
This is my picture with red eyes.
Right, yeah.
I just put a grayscale on it.
It's very creeper.
I know.
And that's
Sorry,
not
I'll
really.
change it. I apologize. I will change
And Moose, you're welcome to my metaversal sloppy seconds. You don't phase me at all that you got that liar and that married woman. Well, they're both married women, actually. The fact that you got married women sitting on your AI lap, it's disgusting. So have at it.
Please stop.
What, are you defending his actions, Jack?
It's a silly thing.
It is a silly thing, Moose. You're a silly thing.
Tom, I'm asking you to stop complaining so much.
That's you.
Yes, this is Jack asking Tom, please stop complaining so much. Just
I'm
for a
not
little while.
complaining. I'm holding both of you faggots accountable, and I'm being calm about it.
What if you're just complaining like a little bitch?
Oh, what if that's all you got is to resort to memes and calling people a bitch? And didn't Jay Money cover that we were going to drop them? What do you got without that, Jack? I thought Moose was going to keep you on point.
I just said it. I just said, Tommy. I just called him out for it, but I didn't want to interrupt you guys. Because see, when you interrupt somebody, even when they're doing something like that, then you just cause more conflict too. So I'm trying to not.
There's very legitimate ways. There's very legitimate reasons and ways to interrupt people. Or Jack would just go on and on.
Jesus.
There's very simple and legitimate ways to interrupt people for sure.
Oh man, that was smooth. Jack, I want to say that like this is the best time. You're feeling lighthearted right now. I can feel it. I'm feeling lighthearted. I'm just gonna say, look, let's come back to this another day, and I want to leave it on a good note because like when you're feeling good, that's when you should most leave it. So peace and love, brother, and one day at a time.
Hey, much love to you. I appreciate you joining sincerely.
Thank you for letting me up, dude. You didn't have to. You didn't have to like even have this conversation, but you know, that's the kind of guy you are. You are forgiving. You show it. And if you weren't, you could have just blocked me and said fuck off. Peace, bro.
Much love. I appreciate you, Moose, sincerely. And actually, that might not be a bad idea. It's been noted that the respect for Jack goes down the longer that I entertain Tom on my panel. So I don't know that I want to continue losing respect. I don't know that I want to continue disrespecting myself with the bitter patterns of Tom. I so want to give you a hug. I really, really do. I so want you to feel better. I hope you find like another friend. Premiere at 4/11 to get, you know what? Tom, what do you have planned? What are you doing?
I re-uploaded the thing, and for anybody that sees through what you just said about me and anybody that really supports actual truth, I'd appreciate it if you not sit here and watch it through Jack's ripoff channel and come on over and set this channel's record for people showing up for a premiere. Jack, you're a liar and you're garbage.
Yeah. and you're still angry and complaining. And eventually, I hope you can feel better. Okay, starting in, just a couple of minutes, let me share this with the folks here. I wonder if I could forward the audience over there. That might really trigger Tom. Yeah, Tom's still promoting, isn't he? It's hilarious. So this is the re-upload apparently of panel waste management's. I don't know. Like I said, I tuned in a few minutes late, so I missed the first part. I don't know what it's about. God bless Tom. I encourage folks, give him some love and support. He's not a bad guy, especially when you get past his patterns of complaining and bitterness. He's got a lot of humor. And especially maybe if you're not the target of his anger and his bitterness, he's actually pretty funny. I think so, at least. And yeah, our poll, yeah, actors promoting their premieres, man. And yeah, I'm sub to them as well. Jack, who are these people that are creditable or not by telling you not to have Tommy on? Let's assess your audience. I forgot to check this, and Tommy's starting. Tell you what, for those who are ready, I'm not going to play it on my screen, but you got like a minute and a half to head over to Tommy's to catch the premiere there for him, unless I can set this up to do something I was thinking. Let's see. No, I don't think that's there. Double check. Sorry for the delay here, folks. I do appreciate all of you who care sincerely. And oh man, here you go, guys. I'm going to end this and we're going to forward over to the angry man. Looks like he's got a minute. Please, if you haven't yet and you're willing, head over there, check it out, give a thumbs up, share some love towards the creator and the channel. Subscribe up, Panel Waste Management. You'll certainly get some lore and a little bit of anger probably too. But I'm going to wrap it up from here. Brothers and sisters, thank you again sincerely. Till next time, choose love, peace for everyone, and of course, live without fear. God bless, and give Tommy some love if you head that way. Peace.